going to be doing a bridal makeup tutorial for brides who want to do their own makeup, or if you've been assigned to do a bride's makeup and you want some tips or whatever, then hopefully this will be useful. I just thought it would be useful for some of you if you have a wedding coming up, or if you're a bride, and congratulations if you are. Okay, let's get started, let's go. If you are getting married, you are definitely going to want your makeup to last all day, to look nice all day, and to just photograph really nicely. So the first thing I would definitely not skip is a good skincare routine. Make sure your skin is looking its best, and then follow that up with a primer. Today I'm using the Stay Flawless 15-hour primer from Benefit. Make sure you've tried and tested all these products so you know nothing breaks you out. Now for foundation, you want to make sure that it's something that you feel comfortable wearing, that photographs really nicely, and that is the right colour for you. So you guys all know that my favourite foundation for photography is the NARS Sheer Glow, and my second favourite, and maybe if you want a little bit less coverage, is the MAC Face and Body. So these are my two recommendations for bride, because they both last really well on your skin. I'm using my NARS Sheer Glow. Now you want to be sure that you buff in your foundation really well. My favourite foundation brush for that is the Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki brush, but mine's really dirty, so I'm going to use my Expert Face brush from Real Techniques. Make sure you go over your ears, especially if you're having an updo, and down your neck. But it should match your chest and your arms and stuff. If it matches your face, it might be a little bit pale, because quite often people's faces, especially if they wear makeup, are quite a bit paler than their bodies. So just keep that in mind. Now what I would say about eyebrows is just make sure that you do them how you like them and how you feel comfortable with them. You don't want to try something crazy and drastic and new on your wedding day, because brows can go wrong quite easily. So make sure you practice, or just do them how you always do them, or if you don't do them, just brush a little bit of brow gel through and leave it like that, because you want to just look like a better, most beautiful version of yourself. So you don't want to go changing things too drastically if you're not used to it. So I'm just going to do my eyebrows how I do them every single day, and then I'll be back to start the eyes. Something really important is to prime your eyelids so that your eyeshadow lasts all day and doesn't crease. My favourite is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, so I'm going to put this all over my lid. Okay, for eyeshadows I'm going to use my Bridal Quad. In this I have Blanc Type, Mulch, Patina and Gleam, all from MAC. So I'm going to start with the lightest shade, Blanc Type, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. Next I'm going to go in with Gleam, which is kind of like a really light rose gold colour. I'm going to pop this in the inner third of the eyelid. Bringing this into the inner corners too. And now on the rest of my eyelid I'm going to take Patina. It's like a kind of taupey gold shade. I'm now going to take Mulch, which is a really nice warm bronzy brown, and this is going to warm up the look a little bit. I'm going to put this on the outer third and then begin to blend this up into my crease. more warmth just around the edges, so I'm going in with Texture from MAC, which is a really light warm brown, and you guys know it's my favourite. So once you have all the lid colours on, it's time to do your lash line. Now I'm going to be putting on some false eyelashes and a few individuals, so I want to smoke out my eyelashes so that you can hide the lash band a little bit. So I'm going to do that with a dark brown and a black eyeshadow mixed together and an angled brush, and I'm going to push it into my lash line and smudge it a little bit so that it's a little bit smoky but not too much. I'm now going to go over with a little bit of the mulch colour and just soften it out even more. I'm going to line my waterline with a cream eyeliner. Now I use this all the time and you guys are probably bored of seeing it, but seriously it makes such a massive difference, especially in photographs. And if you're getting photographed a lot on your wedding day, which I assume you probably are, I really recommend this. It makes your eyes look really nice and big. I've already highlighted my inner corner with Gleam. I'm now going to take a gold eyeshadow and run that underneath my eye because I want something really warm under there. So I'm using Woodwinked from MAC, which is my favourite gold eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna go quite close to the lash line underneath the eye and blending that into Gleam. And then to define your eyes a little bit, I'm going to take mulch and put that on the outer half of the lower lash line. And then whatever's left of the black and the brown on your angled brush, just run that underneath really close to the lash line on the outer part of your eye. Now you want to curl your eyelashes and put on 1 or 2 coats of your favourite waterproof mascara. Make sure that you get rid of any clumps. If you get any clumps, then use a little spoolie to just brush them through. Don't go for anything too crazy, too dramatic. You want them to look as natural as you can make them look. So I am wearing these ones. Well, I'm not wearing them yet, but I'm putting on these ones from Eyeliner. They are just the natural lengthening ones because they're really, really sparse but quite long. They're going to give me a tiny bit of volume and a little bit of length, but nothing too crazy. I always think go for small, then you can always apply some individual lashes, which is what I did on the bride yesterday. So I put on the smallest lashes I could find and then added a few of these on the outer corners, and it just really opened up her eyes. So I'm probably not going to need these today, but I'm just going to apply these fake lashes. I've put on the fake eyelashes. They don't look massive, they don't look like crazy madness-ishness, and I'm going to cover up the lash band and the glue a little bit later with just some black eyeshadow. Now I'm going to put some concealer under my eyes and then do my lower mascara. You really want to use a concealer that you trust, that you know is going to last all day and won't crease. So for me that is my MAC Pro Longwear, and I use it a shade or 2 shades lighter than my skin tone because I like to have a nice highlighted under eye. And similarly on the rest of your face, if you have any blemishes or anything that you want to cover up, you want a concealer that you trust that will cover it and last all day. So I'm using my Kick-Ass concealer from Soap and Glory. Cover up any redness or imperfections on my skin. You're going to want to set the concealer under your eyes, so I'm using the little powder that comes with the Soap & Glory concealer. You're also going to want to set the rest of your face, but you don't want to set it really heavily, so I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish with a duo fibre brush just to keep it really, really light. Now when it comes to contouring and blush and highlighting, I think it's important that you do it, but it's obviously up to you how much you do it. I like a really strong contour, as you know, but if you don't, then obviously don't do it, but I think in photos it looks really nice to do a little bit. So take your favourite bronzer and start at like your tragus and then work down the contour of your cheek to kind of your outer eye area. Blending upwards as you go. For your blush, you want to look like the blushing bride and you want to have a nice glow. So for me, a safe bet is Well Dressed and Blooming from MAC. Blooming is just a slightly darker version of Well Dressed. So I'm just going to mix the two together. Obviously you want your skin to glow, so are you ready for a surprise? I'm using my whatsupp from Benefit on the top of my cheekbones to give myself that I'm a happy bride look. And lastly for the lips, I want it to last all day, so I'm going to start by lining my lips with Maxfactor's lip liner in Brown and Nude. Then over the top of that I'm using Angel lipstick from MAC. I've just thrown some curls into my hair because it looked really like what, and I didn't want it to like ruin the makeup. This is my finished bride tutorial. Obviously every bride wants their makeup to look different. This is probably how I would do mine, but if you want to see more bridal makeup tutorials for different kind of styles, then let me know and I'll happily do those for you. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then let me know in a comment or give this video a thumbs up so that I know to do more. All of my social media sites are linked down in the description box below, so if you want to catch up on what I'm doing, it will all be down there. And I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!